Arizona is where you can find us. We're in the CAZ Sports Bar and Sports Book, and Rudy Carpenter is our guest. Rudy, I want to start with the two winning quarterbacks doing something that on this program you have referenced, Manoj has referenced it as well, going one way with the run and throwing back across your body. It was in the Kansas City Chiefs game. That pass was completed to Travis Kelce, and then in the 49er game, that pass was completed to Jennings, who made a spectacular one-handed grab. Rudy, do you teach that, or you tell your players no?
And Rudy, I never taught that to. Matter of fact, I guarded against that with Brock. Don't ever throw back across your body one way or the other. So I never taught him that off-platform different scenario, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with you, when I first started working with quarterbacks, I obviously, no, I didn't teach that stuff. And, and it's not like it's mechanically sound, right? But I will tell you that over the last couple of years, Manoj, like I'm sure you've seen all these other quarterback coaches do around the country. I mean, I have implemented a lot of drills and a lot of work where not that it's necessarily throwing the ball across your body to the middle of the field, but I mean, we all do spend a lot of time now working on off-platform throws, working on awkward body throws, working on basically what I would call gotta have it plays or throws, where you're in situations where, you know, you just got to do your best to try to put the ball in play and allow one of your guys to make a play. And I think with Mahomes and Brock Purdy and Josh Allen and all of those guys, you see these guys making throws, flash decisions that, you know, you would never teach a quarterback to do. And they're plays that, unfortunately, when you watch film or, you know, even coaches on the sidelines, it's one of the, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Why are you making that throw? Great play. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And as a quarterback, it's one of those, it's honestly one of those moments. And I tell my guys, it's why, you know, those guys get paid so much money, minus Brock, at least for right now.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, unfortunately, it's a situation at your position where you have to try to make plays like that because you're playing the game to win. And in today's NFL, it's just the way the game has to be played. And unfortunately, when you make those plays, you're the hero. And when you miss those plays, everybody thinks you're an idiot. And it's just honestly what comes with the territory. And sorry for a long answer, but I actually think that's one of the things that makes Brock Purdy such a good player, is his ability to make unbelievable plays, but really stay even-keeled. And at times make really bad plays and really bad decisions and still stay even-keeled. And it's one of the really important things about Brock and him as a player and who he is really his ability to not ride the emotional roller coaster throughout a game or throughout a season, and him staying just even-keeled and level-headed and, you know, person and day out, I think is something that his team, his teammates, and the organization really, you know, relies on and looks to in those situations where they're down 17 points at halftime.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, Rudy. He's got a very quiet confidence. He's bound, he's determined, and he's focused. And for a lot of quarterbacks, you and I have, you know, sometimes it's hard. You got to have a short memory. Mm-hmm. You can't let a bad play linger on. I think with Brock, that's the one thing he does. He's got a short memory to move on. And speaking of short memories, I watched Patrick Mahomes, very clean, succinct game in what he did against the Ravens. But I got to tell you, Rudy, I mean, when you watch this game plan that Andy Reid had, specifically in the first half for the Chiefs, I mean, he pulled that out from the old archives and had that defense of the Baltimore Ravens completely off balance, even though they didn't score in the second half. But talk about Andy Reid and the somewhat the master, the doctor, against schooling another defensive coordinator in a big game.
3 minutes.
Yeah, Andy Reid has obviously been an amazing coach. his entire career, and I think at certain points in his career probably didn't get the credit that he deserved. But I also think there's just points in time in history in all sports where you have just a certain player with a certain coach, and it just works, and it works amazing. You talk about, Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan. You talk about, Tim Duncan and Coach Popovich. You talk about, a Brett Favre and a Mike Holmgren, or you talk about a John Elway and a Coach Shanahan, or in this case, in a Tom Brady and a Bill Belichick. And in this case, I just think that Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid has been just an amazing fit. And I think where Andy Reid deserves a lot of credit is Andy Reid grew up in the West Coast system, a system that I was around with Coach Gruden, who was very much a part of that coaching tree. And those were all guys who were very hardcore on the discipline of the read on every play. There's an answer against every coverage. There's an answer against every blitz. There's an answer with every blitz pickup. This offense is designed to have answers for anything a defense does. And as a quarterback, it's your job to find it. And the good ones do, but it's a very difficult, complex offense at times. But what I think Andy Reid has done an incredible job of, and I don't think it's been talked about as much as it should be. And I don't think he's gotten the credit that he deserves, in my viewpoint, is the moment that he saw Patrick Mahomes on film, I literally think a light bulb just went off in
1 minute.
Head, and he just said, I know what I can do with this kid and his talent. And I think Andy has had a special ability, unlike most coaches in the NFL, to say, I'm still going to run my offense. I'm still going to be disciplined in how I want it to be run. Our meat and potatoes are still going to be the meat and potatoes, and our base offense is still going to be our base offense. But he's been very open, very, very open, and not reluctant, very open to getting creative and allowing Patrick Mahomes to be creative and allowing Travis Kelce to be creative, which I think gets the most, is why he gets the most out of both of those guys' skill set. He allows Travis Kelce to be creative in his route running against certain coverages, to be creative in his release patterns off the ball against certain looks. And then he allows Patrick Mahomes to, same with him. He takes advantage of his incredible talent, but he also allows Patrick to be Patrick and doesn't try to overcoach him.
Always good, man, when you take time and come on the show. Thank you as always, Rudy. Have a great day.
All right, guys, take care.
There you go. Rudy Carpenter, and he's presented by All City Towing. Hey, if you're looking for a new career, consider All City Towing. They pay very well. They also have incredible benefits, and the easiest way to apply is just go online, allcitytowing.com, and search careers. Again, that's allcitytowing.com and search careers. All City Towing, statewide service. They answer your call 24/7. You want a new gig, a fun job that pays well and also has great benefits? Try allcitytowing.com and search careers. Once again, that is allcitytowing.com. Quick break. When we come back, football at 50. More on the 49ers and Chiefs as we get you start for Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Rockin' Minutes with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.